Greetings and salutations, vault dwellers, wastelanders, raiders, and everyone in between. Alright, yeah, it's been a few days since I made a video. Maybe longer than a few days. I don't know. All I know is we're going to do a video today. In today's video, we're going to be building a new camp. Now, somebody actually in the comments was like, how do you build a trap camp? Alright, I know we already got some videos covering this, but we're going to go through it one more time. So let's go ahead and get started right through here. I'm going to make it right here. And we're going to make a whole thing out of this. This is going to be kind of cool. In case you are wondering where we are right south of the New River Gorge Bridge. And I chose this position because, well, it's in the forest, so no one can destroy it by nuking. Right? And it's like right in the smack dab middle of like a whole bunch of workshops and stuff. So it kind of lowers the whole cost of going to workshop to take it over for PvP purposes and stuff like that. Of course, I could have like put it a little bit further down, you know, but I kind of wanted it right next to the bridge and on like a hill area. Because reasons, I guess. But anyways, we're going to go through a little bit of some of this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that old thing. And first things first. I'm going to choose one of these things because I absolutely love these things. And this isn't going to be like a full build video, but I will go ahead and tell you. How you started out is really important. Now, we're going to do one of my favorite things is the hallway of death. And the reason I like the hallways is because it's kind of easy to explain. And there's different ways you can actually do it. All right. And I like this mosaic floor pattern right here because it's easy to put down what I need to put down, how I need to do it anyways. Let's see. I'll go through that in a second. All right. So we have this. I guess these things they happily like go right on off the whole situation. I kind of like foundations for that. It's kind of cool. Let's see. We might actually have to extend this just a little bit to where it's not so tacky looking. And maybe a little bit more. Yeah, let's keep this on. More for the floors, I guess. All right, so that's just gonna be there looking all tacky. Okay, I got it. That is, I guess, whatever. This isn't supposed to be too intricate, but I guess we'll just do it like this. All right, so let's see. We'll get this little inner working right through here. I guess it's 3 in. And very important because it's going to be like the hallway of death. It's going to be like the first thing people actually see. You need to make sure you put your wallpapers and stuff on the inside. So I'd be like, you know how it works, right? And the reason you're going to do that is because it makes it look nice. And people like it to look nice, you know? Alright, let's see. We're going to have to put down another layer of floor. Because that's just how it has to be. And I'm thinking that people are just going to be able to see it from off in the distance. But the build is not... It doesn't really matter. What really matters is this hallway right here. This is going to be the trap portion of the whole thing. Alright. And I guess you would actually also need to have a certain set of walls, which would be one of these things right here. So you're going to have to like get it from a friend. That doesn't really matter. And let's go ahead and put this on right here too, which I guess when everything's all said and done, you just boom. Now you can also, like for defense purposes, put like a half wall surrounding your entire base in case you like the PvP around your base. half walls are kind of interesting in that regard. We're not gonna open this thing up. We're not gonna put a little wall right here. I'm just gonna show you. All right. So there's two ways you can do this for this hallway of death, and we all know if you see punji boards inside of like a little camp like this at random, you're more than likely not going to go into it. You know, I think that's something that's kind of stuck in with a lot of people. But the punji board situation is still absolutely a thing, right? It's still a thing, and as you can see, we got flamethrower traps here. But I'll show you how to do the whole punji board thing. If you have this little thing right here, you got to watch out for it. So whatever you do, you got to like kind of push it out just a little bit. And it's very important how you maneuver this little part right here. Now I'm using a controller, and I found that building is a lot easier with a controller. And the reason I like the mosaic floor plan is you can actually kind of measure things out just a little bit better than with other floor plans. And I like to make it to where it's like, kind of, just a little bit more. There, I think that's about as perfect as we're going to get. And see, here is the important part. Once you have it lined up, you just start pressing the build button. And repeat pressing the build button. Do not move. Do not do anything. Just keep it on pressing it until you can't no more. And there you go. There you have it. A 100% stacked up punji wall. And then you repeat it for the other side, which I guess we're going to have to line it up. And I found that if you can line it up directly with the door frame, it tends to work a lot more often. Now, of course, you can push it in a little bit further in, but if they can't walk through it, then it's kind of pointless. And I know it's a little bit uneven, but we're just gonna have to deal with that. All right, so there you go. And then you would repeat that until you get to like right over here, and that's how you do. This is like the cheapest form. You like a low level. As long as you got the wood and the steel, this is probably going to be your trap camp. Like at a low level, you can definitely do it. And sometimes you don't even need this opening door, which is really easy to set up. All you need is electricity, and let's just go ahead and just for randomness sakes, like I don't know if you know how all this works, but see, yeah, just connect to that, then that connects to that, and then what you have is a door that closes just like that, and no one can get out unless they know the code, which they're not going to know the code. So there you go, boom, just like that. Now, of course, it might take a little bit of finagling to like once you get your whole house in order and all this other stuff. Now, that being said, what we have here is, like I was saying before, we have a lot of these punji board houses and trap camps and stuff like that. So here's a different concept now that you all have stuck around a little longer. And let's see. What you really kind of do want to do is make it look nice. Make it look absolutely nice. Maybe put... let's see. What I want to do is we're definitely going to use this whole floor situation here. Let's see. Come on, let me put down some flooring. Okay? Okay, never mind. It's being kind of mean. Ooh, there we go. All right, so yeah, the flooring is kind of interestingly nice. And there's a reason. You make it see-through so you can see down in there, and they can see up, and whatnot, and whatever. But what we're going to do, and I don't know if putting this right here is a smart idea, but it is what it is. Now, mind you, what you're going to have, your finished product is, you know, everything's gonna be like all boarded. I did not want that there. I did not want that there. So you're gonna have this be completely like, you know, just like that. You know, no one can get in, no one can get out, and blah. Okay. So here we go, and like I'm saying, we have a lot of this other stuff going through. So this is why we start off with a kind of like a what you call it, a half wall, because as you can see right here, we have these, and what you're going to want to do is going to line it up all the way through, and even you're going to have it all the way through over through here, and this broom in here is going to look completely like normal, like 100%. Of course, there's also going to be, let's see, put these down. All right, Tesla arcs, and I'll show you a little something. Like, you'll have Tesla arcs lining the entire hallway, and then what you're going to want to do is try to cover them up however you can with interesting little goodies. Like, if you can, like, something. I know there has to be something to cover these things up with. Make them look kind of like invincible. Not invincible. It's not invincible. You're going to want to make them look like, you know, nothing can really... But be careful with how many things that you put in the way. Because one very important thing is you're going to have like flamethrowers like activated. And I think the best way to activate an actual thing, like, this is going to be one of those trap camps that you're going to have to like pay a lot of attention to. I usually like to keep my switches up here and whatnot. And let's go with something like this. Now, you're probably going to want one big old fusion generator for this, but here you go. And this connects to one of these, which you're going to have them connect completely. Wait, hello. Well, I guess it's always switched on at first. But no biggie, no biggie. We still have to keep this thing opened up anyway. Alright, so it basically destroyed the wall, which is okay. And what we have here on the other side is kind of interesting. But see, when you have the broken wall, you can actually put power to these things, and then you'll fix the wall. And then you still have power going to them. So that way, whenever you flip the switch, the things that are inside here are going to activate. And depending on how well you have made everything hidden, there you go. You're going to have all this stuff turning on. Of course, you can also have radiation emitters as well. It makes things a lot more fun. And then you just decorate this hallway. Make it to where they can't actually come in or out. And then, boom. You're just sitting there being all evil and stuff. Turn everything on. Next thing you know, boom. Flamethrower traps. You have flamethrower traps on both sides. You have Tesla arcs and radiation emitters. And that'll get them. That'll definitely get them. Because then they're going to have to alternate between getting flamethrower. And you should actually literally have flamethrowers on both sides covering each sector of this wall, and make it to where these dudes cannot go in or out or anything like that. It's just trap camping. I'm telling you. You can make it work. You definitely can. And I'm just saying, kill room. That's all there is to it. Of course, if you're going to do punji boards and this little setup right here, under no circumstances are you to put the punji boards in front of the flamethrower traps, or it's going to cost you a lot in resources. And of course, you're going to kind of want to move these flamethrowers back a little bit to where they don't destroy this part of the wall. And the flamethrowers over here, make sure they don't destroy this part of the wall, because if they're unable to destroy this side of the wall, then they're not going to be able to destroy the flamethrowers as well. So a lot of things to take into consideration. And of course, if you want to make like a upper deck that destroys the top wall, you're gonna have to really reinforce it and make sure that they don't jump through, because you can actually jump on top of these things and get away from the damage. So one layer is probably good, but it's usually based off the 2 layers. And I don't even know how many flamethrowers can you actually have. I don't think it actually tells you. I think you can have as many as you can. So that's Trap Camp 101. Of course, that's the way I like to do it, the Hallway of Death, and make the Hallway of Death look really nice, to where it's very inviting, and people have no idea, and then they just get stuck right in the middle. Of course, you can also not make a trap camp and make a lot more friends that way. But, you know, I don't know. I hope this has been helpful to most of you people out there in YouTube land. A lot of the stuff is just, you know, you are the one that has to do it. You know, you're the one that has to do all the smart things. Be creative. Like, this is just one part of my idea, and you know, just you take it, you run with it, you be the change you wish to be. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, make a comment down below. Until the next time. See you later, guys.